Hello, my dear friends. My name is Mario Pedro Gould. You are now tuned into the Alpha Success Network. And how you doing today? How you doing? I'm feeling really, really good. And I want to come over here and share with you some information that you can use to move yourself closer to your royal road of success, your idea of life more abundant. So let's get into it. What is it that you do to keep yourself in a good mood? You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to some pretty good music right now. I just came across this melodic progressive house mix, best of mango. That's what they call it, and got me feeling real good. So we're gonna leave that background beat going on while we have a conversation. Have a conversation, okay? So check this out. I got a message tonight on my cell phone, and it was a very, very powerful question based on rituals, morning rituals. You know, what is the ritual that you put yourself through every single morning before you go out into the world? But let me read the question specifically, and then we're going to address it and see if we can drop you some jewels of wisdom. So this gentleman says, "Hey Mario, you when you spoke, you mentioned how you had to stick to your daily routine, that the cost was too great to do otherwise. So I have a daily routine which I have been doing for almost I can't remember six years, and in my opinion, it's too expensive for me not to engage in my daily morning rituals every single day. The cost is too high, and we're gonna get into that. And then he really wants to understand what I meant by the cost being too high not to engage in my daily ritual. And he also asked me, how did you implement or stick to that when you first got started? Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about. The question that I want to pose to you is this before we get into the conversation. How do you feel right now, when you're watching this video? If you think about your days out in the world, even think about this day. It may be beginning, depending on where you are. It may be ending. Right now I'm in the West Coast, Vancouver. It's evening. How was your day? Do you feel great? Do you feel passionate? Do you feel optimistic? Do you feel enthused? Okay, this is a very powerful question. How do you feel? So today I was going about my errands, and I met one of my friends, and we just got into a conversation. And I asked her how is she doing, and she said she's doing okay. And she asked me how was I doing, and I remember saying, "Gosh, I'm feeling really, really, really good today, and I'm gonna have a fantastic week." And she looked at me in a very strange way because she didn't expect that answer. But to me, it's totally natural to be always feeling good, to be always feeling great. So, what is the secret? And the secret really goes back to my morning rituals, right? And that's what we want to get into. It goes back to my morning rituals. So, I remember that probably about a few years ago, actually, even before I started going to business school. I was very busy when I was going to business school about 4 years ago. But before that, I had discovered this secret of morning rituals where I would get up every single morning and give to myself before I give to the world. You know what I'm saying? And my morning ritual has changed with time. But back then, it usually involved something like, going to work out in the gym, eating a very healthy meal in the morning, doing some meditation, maybe sitting in the hot tub in the morning before I leave, just relaxing, right? And then I went into business school to do my MBA program. And I noticed that they say that the MBA program is very, very challenging. That's what they say. But I discovered for myself that when I gave to myself in the morning before I went to school, you know what I'm saying? When I nurtured my body, mind, and soul, I was able to perform at an extremely high level, handle the challenges that I was faced with, during my MBA program. Challenges of working with people very closely for an extended period of time, challenge of heavy project loads. I was able to carry all of that in grace, and I finished my MBA within 1 year. And one of the main contributors to my success in that program a few years ago was my morning ritual. You know what I'm saying? So after I finished my MBA program, I have continuously embarked on morning rituals every single day, and to me, it's second nature, like brushing my teeth. So I'm going to share with you some of my morning rituals that I'm engaged in right now, and why I think it's extremely important for me. You'll have to discover for yourself if it's important for you. So typically, every morning when I get up, it's just automatic. I always go to my kitchen and make myself a super healthy vegan smoothie. You know what I'm saying? That is non-negotiable. And once I've made my smoothie, I normally come actually to my office when I'm drinking my smoothie, and I just look at my vision board. You know what I'm saying? I look at my vision board. The things I want to do, become, the things I want to have, the mindsets that I want to have. I've written out different things, affirmations. So that's the first thing I do all the time, because the moment I get up, I want to fuel my body, with the good food, and I want to start putting into my mind my vision, my dream, where I'm going to. You know what I'm saying? So I do this every morning, and then as soon as I finish my my smoothie, I go in and have some lemon water. I always prepare some lemon water, hot lemon water, and I drink that lemon water. Okay, so you're beginning to see what it is that I'm doing for myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving to myself in different ways. And then I typically go and sit outside in my balcony and do some personal development reading. I normally got 1, 2, or 3 books going on, and I read one chapter. So right now I'm reading a book on success. I'm also reading a book on the inner game. Just understanding your inner self. And I'm reading a book on cultivating the right mental mindset to attract success into my life. So I do some personal development reading. And then after that, I would typically go and do a meditation. Right now I'm meditating for about 37 minutes. Right? I meditate for about 37 minutes. And then after my meditation, if I'm not hungry again by that time, I'll spend about an hour stretching my body, just doing some yoga at home. And typically, that sets me ready to go out into the world. I find that I do majority of my workouts in the gym, later on in the day, like in the mid to late afternoon, but there are times I can throw it in the morning. So I share with you my morning ritual, not with the intention that you have to do it exactly like I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? My life right now I have manifested the life that I dreamt of a few years ago, whereby I have ultimate freedom of time. So I devote the whole morning just to myself, typically, right? But before I got to this point, I would devote 1 hour, 2 hours in the morning, 6 to 8, and just take care of my body, mind, and soul. So for me, I have noticed that when I do these morning rituals, you know what I'm saying? When I'm taking care of my body by what I eat, when I'm taking care of my thoughts, through my vision board, through the books that I'm reading, you know what I'm saying? When I meditate and connect to my inner self and come face to face with my fears, anxieties, and just just gain control of them. When I'm doing those things, when I'm stretching my body, I'm saying, letting that prana flow, opening up the energy blocks in my body. When I'm doing all of those things, ladies and gentlemen, I'm setting the foundation. I'm setting the foundation to go out into the world as a powerful individual. So the moment I walk out into the world and go and handle my business, I feel empowered. I feel in a state of harmony, order, and grace. And therefore, when I come across obstacles in day-to-day life, I am able to face them with a lot of inner strength. So majority of the time, if you meet me, man, I'm in a phenomenal mood. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm ready. Like, I'm taking care of myself so well that I'm able to deal with challenges. And you know very well that life now there's an abundance of challenges out there. Financial challenges, career challenges, relational challenges, social challenges, you name it. And you want to go into that space in the world with a lot of positivity, with a lot of optimism, with a lot of enthusiasm, with a lot of high vibrations, such that you be the light. You know what I'm saying? You bring the light to the darkness that's around, and that's what I do. I bring light to every dark situation. And when I'm faced with obstacles, it doesn't shake me off my position. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to deal with obstacles with more grace. So for me, it's like it's too expensive not to engage in daily rituals because I have a dream. You know what I'm saying? I have a dream. I don't know if you got a dream, but I have a dream to live the life more abundant, the life that I have envisioned. And that dream is going to come true. And I'm doing whatever it takes to get there. And I am my number one asset. So my asset has got to be on point. You got to understand that the soul, your soul, my soul, operates through the personality, through the mind, and through the body. So if the personality and the body are your assets, you want to invest in those in the morning before you go out into the world. My friend asked me, how do you implement or stick to that when you first got started? When I started, I tried one thing and it felt great. Lemon water, I felt great, and I kept doing that. I tried meditating. I started 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It felt great, and I kept meditating. I started stretching, and it felt great. So how do you stick to it? How do you implement it? Is you try. You try one thing and you see what it does for your life. Life is beautiful. Life is really beautiful. What's your daily ritual? You know what I'm saying? What is the one thing that you're going to do tomorrow to show yourself some mad love, to give yourself a competitive advantage, to send you out into the world with a higher vibration than you have been going out into the world with up until now? How you begin your day determines how the rest of your day will go. How you begin your week will determine how the rest of your week will go. Cheers, my friends. Cheers.